Hey guys, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Today we're going to be talking about this fantastic knife. It is a cold steel Leatherneck SF, and it is awesome. Of course, I'm kind of prone to favor a K-bar, and so this is the original K-bar right here. And Mark II fighting knife, for those who are not initiated to the military doctrine. Um, but this comes with a thermoplastic sheath, and it is a fantastic, fantastic knife. I'll pop it out for you. This is what she looks like. There we go. This is what she looks like, and you see the Leatherneck SF, and that's the original K-bar right there. So we're going to talk about this knife. We'd like to hear more about why this is a pretty good upgrade to the original K-bar. Go ahead and check out the video.
You sent me a smoochy picture?
Mm-hmm. Why are you laughing at me?
Because he's so funny looking.
Alright guys, we're going to take a closer look at this cold steel Leatherneck here. So what you basically have is a upgraded Mark II fighting knife, commonly referred to as a K-bar. Very, very similar to it, but different in other ways. And so the blade measures from here to the hilt is 6 3/4, which is the same as I measure my older K-bar. And then the handle is 4 5/8, and the older K-bar is a little longer. Let me see if I can show you that here. It's a little longer, by 1/4 of an inch actually. And this K-bar, this knife by itself weighs, I weighed at 12.3 ounces. Other guys are saying it's 11.7. I think that's what Cold Steel says it is, but I weighed at 12.3, and I have a pretty accurate scale. The original K-bar fighting knife, this one is not a wartime knife. Well, it could be a wartime knife. Probably 50s or 60s. This knife dates. It's not a World War II K-bar, but it weighs 10.2 ounces. You have to remember it's lost some weight for use over time. So maybe they were a little heavier. You have a powder coat finish on this knife, and so powder coat is a ionized finish, and so this knife goes into a chamber. The blade goes into a chamber. Electricity is put into that chamber, and you create a positive and negative. Forget which one it is now, but let's say the blade is negative, the paint will be positively charged, and so it's electrically bonded to the blade. These are pretty good finishes. They last pretty good. Really common in a lot of manufacturing. So it's an okay coating on here. I don't really like coatings, but you know, that's the way that is. If you look at the hilt here, it's a little thicker than the K-bars were. I think that is an improvement over it. But the truth is, these were adequate. You know, they were used in combat for a lot of years, and they never really got any thicker. So it's okay that they improved it. The big improvement is the handle. So this is a Gravex, which is a kind of a rubber plastic, and this is great. So this really just grips your hand. I've had this out in the rain, and the grip doesn't really change. The other thing is, this is a really subtle but good idea. So if you look at this original K-bar, it's round here, and when you put your hand around, it's just conforming to this roundness on the blade right there. But on here, it is round, and so it catches your hand, but your fingers end up on this part right here, which is concaved out. So you see that? It's kind of a little divot there. And that really works. So when you wrap your hands around, you can see my fingers go right on that, and it just provides a better grip, besides the fact that it's grippy. And like the original K-bar, you have some narrowing of the handle here for different kinds of grips. So if you're wanting to grip your K-bar this way, it fits more naturally, and you have a place for your thumb. And this makes it a really great utility knife on this. It is full tang. You can see that back here. This is a little different too. So if you look at an original K-bar, it's a rat tail, right? And never knew of any to break. I was in the Marine Corps 15 years, and I think it's just fine. But this is improved. It's a full tang almost, all the way back, and that's just a stronger knife. So the original steel on the K-bars was just 1095. That's what they've used up until they discontinued them in the 90s, I believe. I don't think the steel ever changed. And in this knife, it's D2 steel, and actually it says it's German D2 steel, but D2 is D2. And so that is a high carbon, high chromium steel. That is not really a stainless steel. So the chromium content on this D2 is around 10.5%, but it's really not a stainless steel. But it is a very tough steel. On the spine here, let me see if I can get this in. On the spine, it's about 3/16 of an inch, which is about about 4.5 millimeters on the steel on the back here. So all in all, this is a really faithful interpretation of a Mark II. If you look, I can't do it at the same time. If you look at that point, it's really robust. You can see that. And if you look here, it's quite a bit thinner. So I never really knew anybody to break the tip off of these, but this is definitely a much stronger tip if you look at it. And so that's improved as well. So all around, I really like the improvements on the Leatherneck SF. I think they work. This design is just a great utility design, for camp, self-defense, whatever you want to use it, skinning for. It's just an all-around good utility knife. And I think one of the best. This is one from K-Bar. The one I've been showing you is Camillus. That's a vintage one. This is a new one from K-Bar, and you can see this looks a lot like the original K-Bars. You see the thinner guard there on the knife. So all in all, I think this is a really awesome knife. It comes with the thermoplastic sheath, a lot of lash points. You can carry the knife this way. It's set up for a belt carry, but you could do different carry options. These are all removable, as you can see. You can put different carry options on here, or you can strap it to your pack. And so I just really like this setup. I think it's fantastic. And also, these knives tend to go for around $70. Very strong right there. You can see it locks in. It's not going to come out. It's very secure. I have EDC'd this a couple times, and works just fine. And it's a great low budget option that offers you a lot of bang for your buck. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you to the channel. Remember, you'll know the truth. The truth will set you free. Have a good day, guys.